Head of state police is facing questions after being pulled over for speeding on the Basin Bridge, but not getting a ticket. Trey Francis joins us live tonight with the story. Trey.
Many are questioning the integrity of the new speeding law expected to take into effect next month on the Atchafalaya Basin after Colonel Davis was stopped by another state trooper for speeding and was not given a citation. Showing right now is a body cam footage of when Colonel Davis was stopped by another state trooper on the bridge. The video shows the trooper issuing a traffic stop. When the SUV stopped, exiting the vehicle was Colonel Davis, in which he then says, "Well, I'll be," before the two shook hands and departed ways, without a citation and only a warning. We spoke with one traveler who says Colonel Davis should follow the rules just like anyone else.
You need to abide by the rules. If everybody does that, then how many accidents and stuff's going to happen on that bridge?
Right.
You need to abide by the rules. I mean, if it's 60, go 60. He should suffer consequences just like you would or I would.
We'll have the full breakdown of the traffic stop and more word from the community on Acadiana's news channel at 10. Live in Butte La Rose, Trey Francis, KATC. TV3.
And a reminder, a new law will soon allow cameras to help enforce speeding on the Basin Bridge. The cameras will be installed early next year.
Here's Rob's 24-hour forecast.
Well, it's been a very hot and humid one across Acadiana this afternoon. Temperatures at 6 o'clock still in the low, into some cases the mid-90s, still at 100 degrees Natchitoches and Shreveport. So a hot one out there, and you factor in the dew points that are in the upper 70s. At heat index, still quite intolerable in the 105 to 108 range across most locales across the area. And that's because our dew points have been in the 79, 80, 81 degree range, and that's as nasty as it gets in the summertime. Very light and variable winds, and not much to stir the air up. Now, we do have generally fair to partly cloudy skies. All shower activity pretty much over with. Isolated sprinkle possible, but most of us are going to be quiet the rest of the night. And as we take a look at the forecast, overnight tonight, temperatures barely get below 80 for a low tonight. Very warm and humid. Then for tomorrow, we get into the mid-90s, and notice the model not painting much, if any, shower activity. We'll go with a 20% chance of getting wet tomorrow. Rain chances, though, going up as we head into Sunday as a frontal trough works its way southward, and we're going to see more storms than what we're showing you right here. We'll show you the graph model coming up in the main weathercast. Temperatures barely get below 80 just before daybreak tomorrow, so a steamy night ahead. And then for tomorrow, getting up to 95 for the high, but it's going to be the last of the mid-90s we're going to see for a while. So that is the good news. The bad news is that heat index up to 109, and we do have a heat advisory in effect for most of Acadiana. Coming up, rain chances spike as we head into Sunday, and then they stay up for a good part of the week that follows. We'll talk more about that and some rainfall totals coming up in just a little bit.
Well, drainage work continues across Lafayette Parish. Phase 1 of the Rocker Road project is now underway. Crews are installing several drainage measures to help alleviate flooding. Weather permitting, construction on Walker Road should be completed by the end of the month. Meanwhile, Lafayette City and Parish Councils are getting ready to discuss budgets. The schedule for the next several weeks of budget discussions has been released. The City and Parish Councils will meet together and separately to go over joint and individual budgets between July 19th and September 8th. We have a full list of their meetings on our website.
The search continues tonight for a Crowley man wanted on attempted murder charges. Police say Derek O'Neill Jr. assaulted a woman, then fired 2 shots near her. According to police, he then drove to his home on Avenue L, where 2 juveniles were in the home. Those 2 juveniles are safe. If you have any idea where O'Neill is, call Crowley Police. A scam warning in Jeff Davis Parish about fake GoFundMe accounts for a college student who was shot and killed earlier this week in Lake Charles. Deputies say fake accounts have been circulating online claiming to be for the family of Joseph Tiziano. Deputies say Tiziano was under the influence when he tried to break into a home and was shot and killed by the homeowner. No charges were filed. In Jeff Davis Parish, the school board is looking at leasing the old Jennings Elementary School. The school is now vacant since a new school was built. The school was built in the 1950s, originally as Jennings High School. The school board will discuss leasing the building at its next board meeting on July 19th.
Well, week one is done for Abbeville's new mayor. We sat down with Mayor Rosalind White today and spoke with her about being the first woman mayor and also her plans for the city.
My focus will be on growing tourism as part of economic development. And by that, I specifically want to focus on ecotourism because I think that's a supplemental service that works well with the youth coming in to play baseball. It's also something that adds to the quality of life for our community. So we have a river that cuts through our downtown, but we don't have public access for boating and kayaking and canoeing into downtown.
So in Vermilion Parish, Kaplan is hosting its first community school supply drive. If you are able, you're asked to donate as soon as possible. Items like cardstock, hand sanitizers, and other cleaning products, along with notebooks and dividers, are of greatest need. City Hall is one of the drop-off locations, but there are several others you see there on your screen. You can also order online and make a donation. You can find that on our website. And if you can't make a monetary donation, community members are asking that you consider donating your time instead.
Especially if you don't have kids, you know, chip in, join in. My wife and I don't have any children school age, of course, but we're going to make a donation to it. It's that important. This is really a tough year for any family right now. So helping out and the community coming together and pitching in and working together is really important.
And you can save the date for the Family Fun Day in Kaplan, all in the spirit of giving. Food, activities, and hourly back-to-school giveaways are all happening July 23rd at the Dr. Padmini Gupta Park from noon until 5. Remember to bring donations if you are able.
Coming up on Acadiana's News Channel at 6, Louisiana football renewing its rivalry with Louisiana Tech. We'll have that coming up a bit later on.
And oh my goodness, thinking about the two-a-days coming up in the near term. Boy, a lot of heat as we start the weekend, but we finish a little bit more on a stormier note. Full details and the complete True View forecast coming up right after the break.
From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back and welcome to the weekend. A hot finish to the weekend and an even hotter promise to the start of the weekend. But things are going to change as we get into Sunday. Ridges of high pressure dominating across much of the south and southwest. And this ridge of high pressure is going to be retrograding. And that's going to open up the door for disturbances that we're seeing off to the north of us to work their way southward. And we have a frontal trough coming in Sunday that should generate a good chance of storms. And then it lingers on the Gulf Coast for days, and somebody's going to get a lot of rain going into next week. Mainly, it looks like perhaps eastern Louisiana on eastward. We'll show you that in just a bit. Conditions across the lower 48, still some storminess across the big sky country. A couple of strong storms responding to 100-degree plus heat. It's been as high as 105, 107 across portions of Oklahoma, northeast Texas, and then some active weather over toward the east coast. But locally, as expected, not as much coverage and shower and thunder shower activity across the area. Just some leftover debris clouds right now, and Power Doppler 3 indicating a clean sweep across Acadiana. Might see one more pop-up shower or two as we head into the evening hours, and hopefully a couple of puffy cumulus clouds. Always makes for a pretty tropical sunset. So as we look ahead to tomorrow, the National Weather Service putting out a heat advisory for tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. for heat indices up to 109, I-10 corridor on northward, but it's still going to be in the 105, 107 range for the coastal parish. It's not going to be that much cooler. And when you're by the water, you could argue for that kind of heat index as well down across the coastal marshes. So overnight tonight, quiet, and we start off tomorrow barely below 80 degrees. And then in the afternoon, we get into the mid-90s. You see that heat index value getting way up there as well. Rain chance tomorrow, we got to keep it in the 20% range, or the chance of getting wet. There'll be a few isolated storms. But as we head into Sunday, going late Saturday night into Sunday morning, we could see a round of storms and then more storms as we get into the afternoon hour. So rain chances going up. This should limit our heat. We'll see how that plays out, but we'll go for lower 90s on Sunday, and then lingering moisture down by the coast works its way back northward as we get into next week. As for rainfall with the Sunday action, most of us see a little rain, anywhere between a tenth and maybe a half inch of rain, but there could be a few spots that catch a couple of inches of rain. And today, by the way, not much shower activity. The airport caught an inch of of rain, and that's the way it goes. The rest of us, not much. And this is the European model. We're going out 10 days through all of next week to show you how much rain may accumulate over that 10-day period. This is not all going to come in one day, but you can see there's going to be some locally heavy rainfall, and as you go farther to the east, a lot of yellow showing up corresponding to 8 inches of rain or so. So we'll have to keep an eye on next week's weather systems. There could be some locally heavy rainfall. It looks mainly eastern Louisiana on eastward. Now that heat index tomorrow way up there in the 105 to 109 range. And again, as we take a look at that heat index plotted up by time, we're over 100 by 10 o'clock in the morning and don't get below 100 until 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. And that max, at least in Lafayette, I-10 corridor, right around 107, 108. So take plenty of breaks. Get indoors if you can. Try to limit any outdoor activity, but during the height of the heating. 78 overnight tonight, warm and humid. We'll call it steamy and sultry for your Friday night, and that could be a positive thing as well, but it will be warm as well. Really hot day tomorrow, but maybe the last one for a while. We'll go 95 the high with your rain chance at 20%. And as we move it on down the line, look at this. Rain chances 50 to 60% or better on any given day, Sunday through at least next Friday. And maybe the rain chances tone down for the following weekend, but time to get the wet weather gear ready after tomorrow. Near term, though, tomorrow, boy, it's going to be a hot one.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you, Rob. And still ahead on Acadiana's News Channel, the latest on a Louisiana nun who was kidnapped 3 months ago. Where the case stands, we'll have that after the break.
Alabama will no longer house Louisiana juvenile offenders after a riot at one of Alabama's correctional facilities. According to the Iberville Parish DA's office, the decision was announced earlier this week. Louisiana